皆さんお疲れ様です。このチャンネルでは漫画や映画を英語で紹介することで、飽きずに楽しく英語を勉強することを目的としています。英語を聞くことを毎日の習慣としてリスニング力を伸ばしましょう。それでは本日のリスニング学習スタートです。
Hello everyone. Welcome to the English Listening Studio. Today I'm going to introduce the famous movie Terminator. This video is part 1. The Terminator, 1984, is a landmark science fiction film directed by James Cameron, which has since become a significant part of popular culture. Written by Cameron and Gale and Hurd, this low-budget thriller not only launched the career of Arnold Schwarzenegger, but also cemented Cameron's reputation as a visionary director. The film's blending of action, science fiction, and horror elements helped redefine what could be accomplished in genre filmmaking, influencing numerous movies and television series for decades. Set in a dystopian future where machines have taken control of the Earth, The Terminator tells the story of a cyborg assassin, played by Schwarzenegger, sent back in time from the year 2029 to 1984. His mission is to kill Sarah Connor, Linda Hamilton, a young woman who will give birth to John Connor, the future leader of the human resistance against the machines. The movie follows Sarah's desperate fight for survival, aided by Kyle Reese, Michael Biehn, a soldier sent back in time to protect her. Plot overview. The film opens with a brief narration explaining the dark future that awaits humanity, where an AI system called Skynet has become self-aware and waged war on mankind. In this post-apocalyptic world, the remnants of humanity fight a losing battle against Skynet's army of machines. Amidst this war, a pivotal figure emerges. John Connor, a resistance leader who will play a crucial role in humanity's fight for survival. To prevent John from ever being born, Skynet sends a Terminator, a nearly indestructible cyborg, to 1984, targeting Sarah Connor, John's mother, who at the time is unaware of her future son's importance. In an ironic twist of fate, the human resistance, under John's leadership, also sends a soldier, Kyle Reese, back in time to protect Sarah. As the Terminator relentlessly hunts down Sarah, Kyle explains the horrifying consequences of Skynet's future rise to power and his personal connection to Sarah, that he is John's father. The Terminator is relentless in its pursuit, moving through the city, wiping out anyone who stands in its way, and using human disguises to blend in with the population. Meanwhile, Sarah and Kyle form an unlikely bond. Through their intense survival struggle, Sarah transforms from an ordinary woman into a hardened fighter, preparing for the unimaginable future that awaits her. The film reaches its climax in a dramatic battle within a factory, where Kyle sacrifices himself to protect Sarah, and she ultimately defeats the Terminator, though the victory is far from absolute, as the machine's war against humanity continues in the background. Themes and analysis. Technology and humanity. At its core, The Terminator explores the relationship between humanity and technology, warning of a future where machines surpass human control. Skynet's emergence as a sentient AI capable of making its own decisions is a direct commentary on the dangers of unchecked technological advancement. The film asks the question, when does innovation cross the line into something uncontrollable? The Terminator itself serves as a chilling representation of the dangers of machines becoming autonomous. Unlike the traditional robot archetypes of science fiction, the Terminator is not designed to help humanity, but to destroy it. This inversion of the helpful robot trope creates a sense of dread and foreboding, a future in which technology no longer serves humanity's interests, but seeks its destruction. Fate and free will. The film also delves deeply into the philosophical concepts of fate and free will. In the dystopian future, John Connor's leadership is seen as inevitable, as his existence becomes the key to humanity's survival. However, the time travel element suggests that even though certain events seem destined to occur, human action can still alter or influence outcomes. Sarah's transformation from a helpless victim to a fighter demonstrates that she is not merely a passive figure in her son's future, but an active participant in shaping her destiny. Kyle Reese, too, embodies the concept of destiny, as he seems to be chosen to protect Sarah and Father John, despite having no personal knowledge of Sarah before being sent back in time. This circular concept of fate, where past, present, and future are intertwined, becomes one of the film's most compelling themes. The heroine's journey. Sarah Connor's transformation from an average waitress into a warrior is central to the film's narrative. Her evolution mirrors the classic heroine's journey, a term often used in feminist literary criticism to describe the empowerment of women in traditionally male-dominated narratives. Initially, Sarah is an innocent and unassuming woman, unaware of her importance. However, through her experiences with Kyle and her realization of the magnitude of the situation, she becomes a fighter capable of surviving in a harsh world. This transformation not only reflects Sarah's physical strength, but also her psychological resilience. The film suggests that, like humanity's fight against Skynet, survival requires adaptability, courage, and a willingness to take action against seemingly insurmountable odds. Cinematic techniques. James Cameron's direction, combined with the low-budget nature of the film, results in a raw and visceral cinematic experience. Despite limited resources, the film's special effects, while groundbreaking for their time, are used sparingly and effectively. The Terminator's portrayal is both terrifying and awe-inspiring, with Arnold Schwarzenegger's stoic performance enhancing the character's menacing presence. The limited use of CGI and practical effects allowed the tension of the story to be grounded in realism, which helped enhance its impact. The pacing of the film is fast, with little downtime between action sequences. The tight narrative and the sense of constant threat create a relentless atmosphere, echoing the unstoppable nature of the Terminator itself. Cameron's use of shadows, claustrophobic settings, and quick editing further contribute to the film's suspenseful tone. Legacy and impact. The Terminator became a surprise hit upon its release, grossing over $78 million worldwide against a modest production budget of $6.4 million. The film's success not only spawned a franchise, including sequels, television spin-offs, comic books, and video games, but also solidified the notion of the cyborg as a science fiction staple. Arnold Schwarzenegger's portrayal of the Terminator has become iconic, with his deadpan delivery of lines like "I'll be back" becoming part of cinematic lore. The role turned him into a global star and solidified his status as a pop culture icon. James Cameron's blend of action, sci-fi, and existential themes paved the way for future blockbuster films, and The Terminator continues to influence a variety of media. The film's exploration of time travel, artificial intelligence, and human resistance against technological control resonates even today, particularly in an era increasingly dominated by discussions about AI and automation. Conclusion. In conclusion, The Terminator is more than just a thrilling science fiction action film. It is a meditation on the dangers of technological progress, the complexities of fate, and the resilience of the human spirit. Its groundbreaking special effects, iconic performances, and thought-provoking themes make it a film that has endured for over 4 decades and continues to inspire filmmakers and audiences alike. Whether viewed as a classic action movie, a cautionary tale, or a philosophical exploration of humanity's relationship with technology, The Terminator remains a key work in the science fiction genre. Thank you for watching. Let's move to the next video. Hello everyone. Welcome to the English Listening Studio. Today I'm going to introduce the famous movie Terminator. This video is part 2. The World of Skynet, a Dystopian Vision. The depiction of Skynet and the dystopian future is one of the film's most striking elements. The future world that the Terminator presents is one of total devastation, where humanity is on the brink of extinction, fighting a losing battle against an overwhelming technological force. Skynet, an artificial intelligence created to control global military systems, becomes self-aware and begins exterminating humankind. This apocalyptic scenario is both a warning and a commentary on the risks associated with artificial intelligence and the dangers of ceding too much power to machines. In The Terminator, Skynet's initial goal is to prevent the rise of John Connor, the leader of the human resistance, by sending the Terminator back in time to kill his mother, Sarah. This setup, of a machine from the future trying to alter the past, introduces the concept of time travel, which plays a significant role throughout the film. The relentless advance of technology, as personified by the Terminator, suggests a future where human control is irrelevant, a sentiment that reflects anxieties of the 1980s about the increasing role of computers, automation, and military technology. The film was released during a period when the Cold War was still fresh in the collective consciousness, and the looming threat of nuclear annihilation was a major societal concern. The rise of AI and the possibility of autonomous machines replacing human control were fears that resonated with audiences, contributing to the film's eerie atmosphere and timeless relevance. The role of time travel in The Terminator. Time travel is central to The Terminator, allowing for the blending of action, science fiction, and philosophical exploration. The paradoxical nature of time travel in the film raises questions about fate, causality, and the potential for individuals to alter their destinies. The film's time loop is one of its most intriguing narrative devices. John Connor sends Kyle Reese back in time to protect his mother, and Kyle becomes John's father, thus ensuring his own existence. This creates a paradox where the events of the future are dictated by the very actions of the past. The characters are trapped in a circular timeline, unable to break free from the consequences of their actions. While this might seem deterministic, the film presents the possibility that human intervention and free will can influence the course of events. Sarah Connor's transformation from a passive, frightened individual into a determined survivor represents the idea that even within a seemingly predestined situation, individuals can act to change the future. Characters and performances. Arnold Schwarzenegger as the Terminator. Arnold Schwarzenegger's portrayal of the Terminator is iconic and remains one of his most memorable roles. His performance is almost entirely devoid of emotion, with his cold, robotic demeanor emphasizing the inhuman nature of the character. The Terminator is not portrayed as a villain with motivations or desires, but as a purely functional entity, a machine programmed to kill without hesitation. The role of the Terminator was originally envisioned as a more human-like figure, but Schwarzenegger's imposing physical presence and stoic acting style made him the perfect choice. His performance, marked by his lack of expression and deadpan delivery, became one of the defining features of the film. This portrayal of a machine that looks human yet lacks any semblance of humanity has left a lasting impact on the way artificial intelligence and robots are depicted in cinema. The famous line, "I'll be back," is delivered with such finality and power that it has since become one of the most quoted phrases in film history. Schwarzenegger's charisma in this role is undeniable, and his physicality, the way he moves and carries himself, makes the Terminator both terrifying and mesmerizing. Linda Hamilton as Sarah Connor. Linda Hamilton's portrayal of Sarah Connor is another key component of the Terminator's success. Sarah starts the film as an unassuming, ordinary woman, a waitress with no idea of the monumental future awaiting her. But as she is thrust into the violent and dangerous reality of the Terminator's pursuit, she gradually transforms into a resilient, capable figure. The character of Sarah Connor represents one of the earliest and most significant instances of a woman in the action genre undergoing a profound transformation. Her development from a damsel in distress to a determined fighter and survivor foreshadows the trend of strong female protagonists in later action films. As the film progresses, Sarah's role becomes increasingly central, and her journey is at the heart of the narrative. Linda Hamilton's performance is incredibly nuanced, showing Sarah's fear, vulnerability, and, ultimately, her empowerment. Her relationship with Kyle Reese, while brief, adds emotional weight to the narrative, and her final moment of resolve, when she accepts her future role as the mother of humanity's leader, is one of the film's most powerful scenes. Her character's evolution is perhaps the most profound and emotionally compelling arc in the film. Michael Biehn as Kyle Reese. Michael Biehn plays Kyle Reese, a soldier from the future who is sent back in time to protect Sarah Connor. Reese's character is both a hero and a tragic figure. He is a warrior who has lived through the horrors of the machine-dominated future and is tasked with ensuring that Sarah survives so that John Connor will be born. Biehn's portrayal of Kyle is intense and filled with vulnerability, as he is not just a soldier, but a man who has seen the destruction of civilization. Kyle's connection with Sarah goes beyond just his mission. Over the course of the film, he becomes deeply invested in her survival, and it is through his sacrifice that he ensures the future of the human race. His relationship with Sarah forms an emotional core to the film, and Biehn's performance as a man caught between duty and his growing affection for Sarah is heartfelt. Cinematic influences and inspirations. James Cameron, the director and co-writer of The Terminator, was heavily influenced by earlier works of science fiction, action films, and horror. Cameron was inspired by a variety of genres and films, particularly the works of Ridley Scott, George Lucas, and John Carpenter. The Terminator draws inspiration from Blade Runner, 1982, The Thing, 1982, and Alien, 1979, blending the futuristic, existential themes of these films with action and horror elements. The stark, industrial settings in The Terminator also evoke the bleak tone of post-apocalyptic films, reflecting the anxiety of a society on the brink of collapse due to technological advancements. Additionally, Cameron was influenced by the slasher films of the 1980s, particularly in how the Terminator is depicted as a relentless force pursuing its prey. Much like a slasher villain, the Terminator is an unstoppable figure, its single-minded focus creating a sense of terror for both the characters and the audience. Critical reception and cultural impact. Upon its release, The Terminator received positive reviews from critics who praised its innovative approach to science fiction, action, and suspense. The film was lauded for its intense pacing, minimalistic storytelling, and cutting-edge visual effects, which were groundbreaking for a film made on such a modest budget. Critics also recognized the film's ability to merge science fiction with horror elements, making it stand out from other films of the time. The Terminator quickly gained a cult following and became a commercial success. Its legacy was solidified by the subsequent sequels, particularly Terminator 2, Judgment Day, 1991, which further expanded on the themes introduced in the original film and solidified the franchise as one of the most influential in film history. The film's impact on popular culture is immeasurable. The character of the Terminator has become a symbol of both the potential and the danger of technology, and the phrase "I'll be back" has transcended the film itself, becoming a catchphrase synonymous with Arnold Schwarzenegger's tough guy persona. The film's central themes, the dangers of technology, the fear of losing control over artificial intelligence, and the resilience of humanity in the face of overwhelming odds, continue to resonate in an age where AI and automation are central to political and social discourse. Conclusion: a film for the ages. The Terminator is more than just a pioneering action film, it is a profound meditation on the dangers of unchecked technological advancement, the complexities of fate and free will, and the unyielding drive of the human spirit. Its innovative use of time travel, its unforgettable characters, and its chilling portrayal of a dystopian future have ensured its place in cinematic history. Nearly 4 decades after its release, The Terminator continues to influence filmmakers and serve as a reference point for discussions on artificial intelligence and the intersection of humanity and technology. The film's enduring relevance lies in its ability to reflect the fears and hopes of every era. As society continues to grapple with the rapid development of AI and the growing influence of technology in every aspect of life, The Terminator remains an essential work that questions what it means to be human in a world increasingly dominated by machines. Thank you for watching. Let's move to the next video. Hello everyone. Welcome to the English Listening Studio. Today I'm going to introduce the famous movie, The Devil Wears Prada. A detailed overview. Introduction. The Devil Wears Prada is a 2006 film based on the novel by Lauren Weisberger. Directed by David Frankel, the movie tells the story of Andrea Sachs, a young woman who moves to New York City with dreams of becoming a serious journalist. Instead, she lands a job as the assistant to Miranda Priestley, the powerful editor-in-chief of Runway magazine. The film explores themes of ambition, personal sacrifice, and the struggle to balance professional and personal life, all while providing an inside look into the glamorous and cutthroat world of fashion. The movie received positive reviews, particularly for Meryl Streep's performance as Miranda Priestley, and it became a cultural touchstone, drawing attention to the dynamics of workplace power, the importance of self-identity, and the consequences of ambition. Plot summary. Andrea Sachs is a recent college graduate with big dreams of becoming a journalist. After moving to New York City, she faces the reality of finding a job in the highly competitive media industry. Her dream job doesn't come immediately, but one day, Andrea gets an unexpected opportunity to work as an assistant to Miranda Priestley, the formidable and stylish editor of Runway magazine. Though Andrea is not passionate about fashion, she takes the job, believing it will open doors for her career. From the beginning, Andrea is thrust into a world where appearance, status, and fashion matter more than anything else. Miranda Priestley is known for her intimidating presence and perfectionist demands. She expects her assistants to handle impossible tasks with precision, often without providing much direction or appreciation. Despite her inexperience in the fashion world, Andrea decides to give her best effort. As the story unfolds, Andrea's professional life becomes more demanding. She must meet deadlines, perform tasks that seem trivial or unreasonable, and navigate the high expectations of Miranda and the Runway team. In contrast to the glamorous exterior of the fashion world, Andrea learns that it requires intense hard work, sacrifice, and emotional tolls. Over time, Andrea begins to transform. She adopts the fashion industry's ways, becoming more fashion-conscious and confident. She gains a better understanding of the industry's complex dynamics, but her personal life begins to fall apart. Andrea's relationships with her friends and her boyfriend, Alex, become strained as she devotes more and more of her time to satisfying Miranda's demanding needs. Eventually, Andrea realizes that the price of her success is too high. She becomes disillusioned with her life at Runway as she loses touch with her own values and priorities. In a defining moment, Andrea decides to leave her position at Runway and pursue a career path more aligned with her original goals, journalism. The film ends on a hopeful note as Andrea embarks on a new chapter in her life, understanding that true success is about finding balance and staying true to oneself. Key characters. Andrea Sachs, played by Anne Hathaway. Andrea is the central character of the story. She is a young woman who is intelligent, hardworking, and driven, but initially uninterested in the world of fashion. Throughout the movie, she faces internal struggles as she is forced to reconcile her career ambitions with her personal values. Andrea's journey is one of self-discovery, and she ultimately learns the importance of balancing professional success with personal happiness. Miranda Priestley, played by Meryl Streep. Miranda is the editor-in-chief of Runway magazine. She is cold, calculating, and demanding, but she is also a symbol of power and success within the fashion industry. Miranda is often portrayed as the villain of the story, but she is a complex character who represents the costs of ambition and the pressures of being at the top. Her ruthless nature is driven by her desire to maintain her position and status in an ever-changing industry. Alex, played by Adrian Grenier. Alex is Andrea's boyfriend. He represents Andrea's life outside of Runway, her personal and emotional life. As Andrea becomes more involved with her job, Alex feels neglected, and their relationship starts to deteriorate. Alex's character is important in showing the impact of work-life imbalance and how personal relationships can suffer when career ambitions take precedence. Emily Charlton, played by Emily Blunt. Emily is Miranda's first assistant. She is often overworked, stressed, and underappreciated, but she remains devoted to her job. Emily's character serves as a warning to Andrea about what can happen when one becomes too absorbed in their work. She is also one of the few characters who is fully immersed in the fashion world and serves as a contrast to Andrea's initial indifference toward the industry. Nigel, played by Stanley Tucci. Nigel is a senior fashion editor at Runway. He is supportive of Andrea and helps guide her through the difficult environment of Runway. Unlike Miranda, Nigel is more approachable and understands the pressure Andrea is under. His character provides some humor and emotional depth to the story, showing that even in a cutthroat industry, there are those who genuinely care about their colleagues. Themes and analysis. Career versus personal life. One of the central themes of The Devil Wears Prada is the tension between career ambitions and personal life. Andrea starts her journey excited about the opportunities her job might bring, but soon realizes that it requires her to sacrifice relationships and her own happiness. The film emphasizes the importance of balance and questions the true cost of professional success. Andrea's transformation, her increased confidence and fashion knowledge, comes at the expense of her friendships, romantic relationship, and personal integrity. Identity and change. The movie also explores the theme of identity. Andrea begins the story as someone who is uninterested in fashion and values her authenticity. However, as she spends more time in the world of Runway, she starts to change. She becomes more fashionable, more polished, and more willing to sacrifice her own desires to meet Miranda's expectations. Andrea's internal conflict is at the heart of the story as she grapples with whether the woman she's becoming is the person she wants to be. The price of ambition. Miranda Priestley's character represents the cost of ambition. She is at the top of her game in the fashion industry, but her personal life is distant, and she lacks close, meaningful relationships. The film portrays Miranda as a figure who has sacrificed much of her emotional and personal life for professional success. Her cold demeanor and high expectations highlight the idea that achieving great success often comes with a personal price. The fashion industry. Through Runway magazine and its team, the movie offers a behind-the-scenes look at the fashion world. It portrays the superficiality, competitiveness, and sometimes harsh realities of the industry. The glamour of the fashion world is juxtaposed with the hard work and emotional toll it takes on its participants. The film critiques the unrealistic standards set by the industry, while also acknowledging the dedication and passion that many people within it have for their craft. Empowerment and self-realization. Throughout the movie, Andrea learns to assert herself. She begins as a timid assistant who is unsure of her place, but by the end, she has gained a stronger sense of who she is and what she wants out of life. The movie celebrates Andrea's self-realization and her courage to walk away from a glamorous career that no longer aligns with her values. Cultural impact. Since its release, The Devil Wears Prada has become a cultural phenomenon. Meryl Streep's portrayal of Miranda Priestley is widely regarded as one of her best performances, and the film's sharp dialogue and memorable quotes have entered popular culture. Phrases like, "That's all," and "You have no idea how many pairs of shoes I have" are still frequently quoted. The film also sparked discussions about the nature of work-life balance, the importance of authenticity in a competitive world, and the role of women in powerful positions. The Devil Wears Prada resonates with anyone who has ever faced difficult choices between personal happiness and professional success. Conclusion. The Devil Wears Prada is much more than a film about the fashion industry. It is a story about ambition, identity, and the difficult choices that come with pursuing success. Through Andrea's journey, the movie reflects on the pressures of modern career paths, the sacrifices people make, and the search for true fulfillment. While it is set in the world of fashion, its themes are universal and timeless, making it a film that continues to be relevant and widely appreciated. Thank you for watching. Let's move to the next video. Hello everyone. Welcome to the English Listening Studio. Today I'm going to introduce the famous movie, The Devil Wears Prada. This video is a detailed version. The Devil Wears Prada. A comprehensive overview. Introduction. The Devil Wears Prada is a 2006 American comedy-drama film directed by David Frankel, based on Lauren Weisberger's 2003 novel of the same name. The film stars Anne Hathaway as Andrea Sachs, a young, aspiring journalist who takes a job as an assistant to Miranda Priestley, played by Meryl Streep, the powerful and demanding editor-in-chief of Runway magazine. Despite Andrea's lack of interest in fashion, she accepts the job with hopes of advancing her career in journalism, but soon realizes the price of success in the world of high fashion. At its core, The Devil Wears Prada explores the challenges and sacrifices people face when they pursue ambitious career goals while trying to maintain relationships and stay true to their own values. The film offers a glimpse into the glamorous yet unforgiving fashion industry, as well as the personal and emotional journey of Andrea Sachs as she finds herself navigating the difficult world of runway. The film became a cultural milestone, widely praised for its sharp writing, witty dialogue, and for Streep's standout performance. The themes of ambition, personal sacrifice, self-identity, and the pressure of balancing work with personal life resonates strongly with audiences from various walks of life, making it not just a fashion movie, but a film about modern work culture. Detailed plot analysis. Andrea Sachs, a recent college graduate, moves to New York City to pursue her dreams of becoming a successful journalist. However, after many failed attempts at finding a writing job, Andrea lands an unexpected position as the second assistant to Miranda Priestley, the editor-in-chief of Runway magazine. Runway is a top fashion magazine, and Miranda is an icon in the fashion world, revered and feared by all who work with her. Andrea's lack of interest in fashion makes her an unlikely candidate for the job, but she accepts the position, believing it will help her move closer to her true career goals. She initially dismisses the world of fashion as superficial and unnecessary. She is shocked by Miranda's high expectations and the incredibly demanding nature of the role, which includes menial tasks like picking up Miranda's dry cleaning, fetching her coffee, and organizing her personal schedule. Throughout the movie, Andrea struggles to adjust to the glamorous yet brutal work environment of Runway. She is constantly belittled by her boss, Miranda, who has no patience for mistakes. Andrea's colleagues, including her fellow assistant Emily, are also highly competitive and driven, with a similar commitment to Miranda's every whim. Andrea's first challenge is the fast-paced environment of the fashion industry, which requires precision, attention to detail, and dedication. As Andrea becomes more involved with her job, her appearance and style begin to change. She starts dressing more fashionably, learning to adapt to the expectations of the fashion world. The transformation is evident, as she starts gaining more respect within the Runway office, but it comes at the cost of her personal life. Andrea becomes increasingly consumed by her job, neglecting her friends, family, and boyfriend, Alex. Her relationship with Alex, in particular, begins to deteriorate. He feels neglected and unimportant as Andrea spends more time at work. Alex expresses his concerns, but Andrea dismisses them, believing that the sacrifices are temporary and that success at Runway will lead to better opportunities in the future. The turning point in Andrea's journey comes when she begins to realize how much she has changed. She starts questioning her own values and whether the success she's gaining in the fashion world is worth the damage it is doing to her personal life. Miranda, despite her cold and demanding nature, provides Andrea with valuable insights into the world of work and ambition. However, Andrea also sees the toll that Miranda's success has had on her own happiness and relationships. In the final act, Andrea makes the difficult decision to leave Runway and pursue a career that aligns with her original goals of becoming a serious journalist. The film concludes with Andrea walking away from her position and taking control of her own destiny, finding a career path that offers more fulfillment and balance. Character breakdown. Andrea Sachs, and Hathaway. Andrea is the relatable protagonist of the story. At the start of the movie, she is a college graduate who is passionate about writing but finds herself stuck in a job she doesn't care for. She is intelligent, ambitious, and independent but lacks the polish and sophistication expected in the fashion industry. Throughout the film, Andrea's transformation is both external, changing her fashion and appearance, and internal, becoming more confident, assertive, and focused. However, her journey also serves as a cautionary tale about losing one's identity in the pursuit of success. Miranda Priestley. Meryl Streep. Miranda Priestley is one of the most iconic characters in modern cinema. She is cold, demanding, and uncompromising, but she is also highly intelligent, successful, and powerful in the fashion world. Miranda's leadership style is harsh, and she often belittles those around her, especially her assistants. While she is a formidable figure, Miranda's character also highlights the isolation that comes with great power. She is a woman who has sacrificed personal relationships for her career and is often depicted as emotionally distant. Streep's performance as Miranda is widely regarded as a masterclass in acting, with her calm yet cutting delivery of lines becoming iconic. Emily Charlton, Emily Blunt. Emily is Miranda's first assistant and is often stressed, overworked, and constantly striving to please Miranda. Emily is more deeply ingrained in the fashion world than Andrea and represents the type of person who becomes absorbed by the industry's superficial values. Her character serves as a contrast to Andrea's initial indifference to fashion, and she provides a glimpse of what Andrea could become if she continues down her current path. Emily's sarcastic humor and dry wit also add much-needed levity to the film. Nigel, Stanley Tucci. Nigel is a senior fashion editor at Runway and serves as a mentor to Andrea. Unlike Miranda, Nigel is more approachable and understanding, offering Andrea advice and support throughout her journey. He is the one who teaches Andrea about the fashion industry's inner workings and provides a balanced perspective on work and life. He is also one of the few characters in the film who maintains his humanity despite the challenges of the high fashion world. Expanded thematic exploration. Career versus personal life. The tension between career and personal life is a central theme of The Devil Wears Prada. Andrea's journey highlights the internal conflict many people face when they are presented with a high-paying, prestigious career opportunity but must sacrifice their personal happiness, relationships, and values to succeed. The movie portrays how easily it is to become consumed by one's job, especially in a competitive, high-pressure environment like Runway. Andrea's eventual realization that career success isn't everything comes after significant personal losses, such as the breakdown of her relationship with Alex and the erosion of her connection to her friends. The high price of ambition. Miranda Priestley's character serves as a representation of the high price of ambition. While she has achieved tremendous success and is one of the most powerful women in the fashion industry, Miranda's personal life is largely non-existent. Her children are distant from her, and her emotional connections are shallow. She represents the idea that being at the top comes with significant sacrifices, and that the pursuit of power and success can lead to a lonely and unfulfilled existence. Andrea, on the other hand, learns that true success is about balance and maintaining relationships that matter. Identity and transformation. Andrea's transformation is one of the film's most significant themes. When she starts working at Runway, she is an unpolished, slightly out-of-place young woman who doesn't care much about fashion. As she spends more time at the magazine, her appearance and personality begin to change to meet the demands of her job. Her wardrobe evolves, her demeanor becomes more confident, and she begins to act in ways she never would have before. However, as she transforms into someone who fits in with the world of fashion, she starts to lose touch with who she really is. The film underscores the importance of retaining one's identity and values, even when facing the pressures of success. Cultural impact and reception. Since its release, The Devil Wears Prada has become a beloved classic. Its sharp, witty dialogue and Meryl Streep's unforgettable portrayal of Miranda Priestley have made it a cultural touchstone. The film sparked conversations about women's roles in the workplace, the nature of ambition, and the challenges of work-life balance. The movie's impact extends beyond just the fashion industry, as it highlights issues that resonate with many people in various fields. The film also contributed to the popularization of fashion-related discussions in mainstream media. It helped introduce a broader audience to the world of high fashion, with its iconic scenes of runway shows, designer clothing, and the behind-the-scenes workings of a fashion magazine. It brought attention to the pressures faced by those who work in the fashion industry, as well as the sacrifices they make to succeed. Conclusion: a story of self-discovery and balance. In conclusion, The Devil Wears Prada is more than just a movie about the fashion industry. It is a deeply relatable story about ambition, sacrifice, and personal growth. Through Andrea's journey, the film presents an insightful commentary on the modern struggle to balance career ambitions with personal happiness. While Runway may be a glamorous backdrop, the real story is about the choices we make in our pursuit of success and the consequences those choices have on our identities and relationships. Andrea's transformation from a naive, unpolished assistant to a more sophisticated and confident professional is a key part of the story. Yet, her realization that success doesn't automatically equate to happiness is what ultimately defines her character's growth. By choosing to leave Runway, Andrea takes control of her life, reaffirming the idea that true fulfillment comes not from external validation, but from remaining true to oneself. The film also reflects the complexities of ambition, especially for women in high-powered positions. Miranda Priestley, though feared and admired, is a woman who has paid a steep price for her success. Her personal life is sacrificed in favor of her career. While she is undeniably powerful, the film subtly critiques the cost of her success, illustrating that the price of fame and power can sometimes be too high, leading to loneliness and regret. The Devil Wears Prada also explores the theme of transformation, showing how a person can change when placed under immense pressure. It offers a cautionary tale about losing oneself in the pursuit of success, and challenges the idea that professional achievements should come at the expense of one's relationships and well-being. Andrea's decision to leave the magazine and pursue her original goals is a powerful message that resonates with anyone who has ever questioned whether their career ambitions are worth sacrificing everything else in life. The cultural impact of The Devil Wears Prada continues to this day, with memorable quotes, iconic characters, and a lasting influence on the portrayal of women in the workplace. It has sparked ongoing conversations about work-life balance, the challenges of being a woman in a male-dominated industry, and the sacrifices people make to climb the career ladder. In the end, the film is not just a story about fashion, it's a story about the complexities of modern work life, the price of ambition, and the importance of staying true to oneself. Thank you for watching. See you in the next video. You are so great.